If you recall, in a previous screencast, we added our child's computer to our parent admin console in Qustodio. So in this video, we're going to log in and then set up some of the screen time and restrictions for that computer. Okay, so I'll get logged in and be right back. Okay, so I am now logged in, and you can see now that I have added this MacBook. All right, and currently there hasn't been much activity happening because I've only just added it. But before you start adding rules, I also strongly suggest that you do this with your child and that you have a conversation about this before you start adding the screen time restrictions, just so they're aware of what's happening and why it's happening. So let's click on rules. And in here, just like we did with the phone in a previous video, we can click on web filtering. Right, and the only additional change I made to this one was to also disable and block social networks. Okay. Again, if you want to block individual websites, you can come here and just put in those websites. So let's come back to our rules. And so looking back, or thinking back, we decided to set up 4 different profiles so that we could have a different profile for each device. And the reason for that is that we wanted our phone to be disabled during the school day, but of course we want our computer to be definitely enabled during the school day while your child is at school, right? So we can filter out, or we can disable games, right? There aren't any installed right now on that computer, but we can disable or enable the games and apps rules, and if we had games installed, we could then restrict them down here. Right? But what we really want to do is make sure that we have a routine set up so that during the day, for sure, during school time, the computer is working. And then if we wanted to, we can set up some other rules and create a routine for bedtime, for example, when we don't want the computer to be used at night. Okay, so let's, for example, do a bedtime one. And what this basically does is it just blocks the device or the computer from being able to be used at all. So maybe we want to set up one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all right, where we set the bedtime to 9 o'clock, all right, and then waking up at 7 o'clock, right? Just be aware that when you do this, that your child won't be able to use their computer for anything. So if they do have an assessment due, you're going to have to use your parent admin to temporarily switch this off while they do work. All right, so if you're ready to save, you click on Save Routine, and that computer or device, whatever you're setting up, will no longer be able to be used during those hours. Okay, so it's enabled, so if your child, for example, wants to do work past that bedtime, okay, you can just disable it temporarily. Okay, and then it's disabled, and then you can re-enable it when the homework is finished. All right, but we definitely want to keep that routine on during the day. So just coming back to our dashboard here, or my family, sorry, and we'll go to the iPhone. You'll see that if we go to our rules and our routines, right, we have a routine set for the school day where the phone is disabled during the school day, but we definitely don't want to do that for the computer. Okay, and even occasionally in here, if your child needs the phone for the day because they have an assignment where they have to take some photos or something and their teacher is allowing them, then they might ask you to enable that for that day. All right, or just to disable the routine just for a period of time. Okay, so be cognizant of that. Okay, so I think that's about it for this video. If you want more information about the rules, you can watch the video that we're installing some of these rules on the mobile phone. We go into more detail there. Alright, so that's it for this screencast. If you found this informative, please like and/or subscribe, and we'll see you next time.